So we got this image of a couple of British people that are chanting "Send them back." And so this lady is terrified, like she is literally shaking and is wondering how we, right? So like she with other people have allowed, like they failed to gatekeep the energy of Rassismus from dominating the UK. I mean, this is interesting. Weren't they saying that all white people are racist? And so why would this surprise them? Like, wouldn't this be normal? Like, wouldn't this be natural? There is a philosophy, I think it's Chinese. It's Taoism, you know, the one with the yin and yang shit. They genuinely believe that things that require constant intervention, so like an ideology that requires constant suppression and censorship, it's not natural, it's artificial. And artificial things are doomed to fail. So there you go. You know, I brought some like ancient Chinese wisdom because I know they wouldn't listen to Christianity. So I appealed to other religions in order to explain why Rassismus is dominating in the UK. But if you want like a more, I guess, down to earth explanation without using mysticism, it's very simple to explain. First of all, why did Rassismus grow in Britain? Because of watering down the definition of what Rassismus means. Like, you guys went from like common sense Rassismus, where it's like burning a cross in some black person's backyard, okay? You watered it down to singing rap lyrics on Twitter, making fun of BLM activists, which ended up buying large mansions and embezzling funds. You made it a crime to talk against left-leaning parties, like as if, you know, like left-leaning parties are the only politicians on planet Earth capable of representing minorities and disagreeing with them. Not just like having a political disagreement, but it's a literal crime against POCs, right? Like, it's almost like prisoners of war now, POCs, right? Like people of color. And so if the punishment for making a meme or saying a joke is literal the same as genuine racism, well, why wouldn't people just be genuinely racist though? Right? Like, if it's literally the same punishment, you don't really have like any difference between someone that's colorblind racist and someone that's genuinely racist. Well, why wouldn't people just be genuinely racist though? If you're going to get the same thing, at least enjoy it, you know? So that's like one thing that you did to fuck it up. The second thing is marginalizing people's grievances. I mean, at some point it is expected, right? Like, either you have a democracy and you genuinely care what the majority of people think, or you have a dictatorship and you line people up against the wall and you shoot them and you make purges and stuff, you know, which is what happened in the past. You can't half-ass way it. Like, you can't be somewhere in the middle where you kind of try to dominate the majority but without doing the purges. Like, it just doesn't work. If it worked like that, then dictators wouldn't do fucking purges, now would they? And so if you don't want to do purges, then you actually need to have democracy, and you actually need to have free speech, and you actually need to listen to people's grievances. And when you look in the UK, like, the grievance has been consistent. Consistency is Brexit. Like, they just want less immigration. I don't know how else people can tell you this. Like, I genuinely don't know. Like, what would you expect people to do in order to let you know that for the last decade and a half, they genuinely, unironically, want less immigration? It doesn't matter if you agree with them. It doesn't matter if you believe others. No. Like, listen. They generally want it, okay? Now, if it's a democracy, you have to, at some point, at least engage with them. If it's not a democracy, then you have to purge them. If it's not a democracy and you don't purge them, then eventually you get this. And by the way, like, this is also the nice element, right? Like, it hasn't gone bad enough, but if you look at history, I mean, look over the pond at France and look at the French Revolution, and it can actually get bad. But anyway, right, so marginalizing people and the way that European nations have governed, it's also despicable. Again, I have said this in a lot of videos, but whenever you have a group of people that manage to elect someone to represent them, and they manage to get, like, let's say, 49% of the vote, and the only thing that they have is, like, they're against immigration. Like, that's it. That's their only policy that bothers everyone. You label them fascist, you label them Nazis, you move the entire censorship apparatus against them, you treat them like they're the second coming of Hitler, and then you get the communists, the socialists, the monarchists, the Christian Democrats, the Senate, to all of them to form this bizarre alliance in order to govern with 51%. And so you end up pissing off everyone because, like, maybe the communists, you know, they don't want to ally with the Christian Democrats. Maybe the center-right doesn't want to ally with the environmentalists and the Lib Dems. But you have to form this alliance because, well, heaven forbid we stop the dinghies from arriving to the shores, right? Because, like, the grift needs to keep coming. And then, of course, is the grift. Like, do you think people are mentally retarded when they see the government paying hotels to house immigrants? Like, do you think, like, people don't want to be the one owning the hotel for a change? Why isn't the government paying me? You know, like, I would love it. You know, like, make the government pay me so I can buy a hotel and so I can rent it to the immigrants. And then I guarantee to you, I would be on the streets getting, like, immigrants are welcome here. Right? Like, if you genuinely want the racism to stop, have the government pay everyone money so they can buy hotels, and then have the government pay everyone money so that their hotels can be filled with immigrants. And I guarantee to you, like, Britain will be the most welcoming nation for immigrants on planet Earth. It's not that difficult, right? Or have the racists go into office. I'm not kidding, right? Like, literally just pay them with taxpayer money so they can go into office, and as long as immigration keeps flowing, they get like £10,000 a month. Or how much do Labour MPs get? And all of a sudden, you'll see that all of the racism stops, you know? Like, the moment the grift happens, that's the moment when everyone is like, hey, you know what? Actually, immigrants are fine. What was I thinking? How could I have thought otherwise? And so this is why you have Rassismus. Because, number one, you don't want democracy, but you don't want the purge either. Number two, you don't want to listen. You don't want to engage with people. Like, they've been asking for less immigration for, like, more than a decade, and you're treating this as if it's just the one thing that you don't want to allow, but it's not against the Constitution either. And the third one is the grift. And also, like, the fourth one, watering down of definitions to the point where racism can mean anything, and even the smallest amount of racism is enough to get people fired, to have police knock at their door over shit they posted on Facebook, right? Of course you're going to get people being upset. And by the way, I don't even know if Great Britain is going to, or Britain first, right? If they're going to win anything. Like, people are acting as if they're going to win. Let's wait and see. Right? But I think this is why they're freaking out right now. It's in order to mobilize their base. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.